So today we're going to be working on these two receipt printers. These are pretty nasty, as you can tell. We're going to clean them up and make sure they're working nice and good. They do tend to come with rolls already in them. When people sell them, they hardly ever bother taking them out, and that's fine for us because it just helps us test them. And the purpose of showing you this is to let you know not to pass on point of sale equipment, which is actually quite profitable. You tend to come across it at a very discounted price, but its value tends to hold up for it. Of course, some brands more than others. And we find that these are always in demand. We never really hold on to them for too long in our store, which is always a good thing. Even though there's a lot of brands out there, you'll find that many of them share the same type of chassis. They just rebrand it, and that's fine for you, you know. If you do some searches online, you'll see how they sell pretty well. You'll see which ones do better than others, and you'll start learning how to keep an eye out for them to find out which ones work for you the best. Along with receipt printers, you also want to keep an eye out for things like barcode scanners. You have touchpad terminals, monitor screens for cash registers, cash register drawers, and the barcode scanners that you see on the actual conveyor belts, like at your grocery stores. You can actually find those in the wild or in auctions, and they go for some pretty good money. With that being said, as we always tell you, make sure that you're being thorough and that you test and clean everything that you put on your store. You have to do your job as a seller. You have to do your part. Anyway, let's get these cleaned up and see how they turn out. I think while we're at it, we'll go over the very simple procedure on how to do a quick check on these, which you should be doing on every single unit that goes in your store. And 99% of the time, if they go through this, it'll work. The check we're doing here is the print test, and on almost all models, the way you go about it is by holding down the feed button while you power on the unit. Of course, this may vary. It's very easy to find the manuals out there. And they did turn out pretty good. Some good elbow grease took care of everything that was stock on them. We like to include the test printout when we ship these out, and if the buyer is local, we'll also include one of these rolls of receipt paper just to be extra nice and to add to the buyer experience. And so now you know that these can be saved and that they can be prettied up. You can even polish them to make them look nicer and shinier. And so there you have it. Point of sale items sell well. That's less money for you to leave on the table when you're out hunting and searching for things to resell, or even if it's for personal use or use in a store that you already own. I couldn't begin to tell you how much stuff we found at great prices and great working condition. You just got to know where to look. Anyway, see you in the next one.